find that line to gain here on third down. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Finds just enough space to... They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Tucker. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
He's got him. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And the shot to clears with the 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout.
And that's another shot to clear.
The shot to clears pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looking for a man. It's Morris. Quickly out to the tight end. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or... and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Chanticleer.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Texas A&M. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Going right to work up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snagged in the middle. It's Hurts. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Takes it from the gun on third down. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. Makes him talk to the hand. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Riles. That should be the final play of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Conway. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
And the Chanticleer's in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
To the air, it's Morris. Finds the tight end. Love to see these third down. On offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
To the ground with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to the air on second and short. Fires to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Chanticleers have their offense in high gear. From the shotgun, the inside give. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Dropping back, it's Morris. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the Chanticleers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. The offense changing the play. From the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Chanticleers will have it 1st and 10. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. He wants to throw it. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Looking to throw, it's Morris. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Chanticleer is trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Snaps it in the shotgun. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Coastal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving. Turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Sweet cut there. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Keep it on the ground. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Quick toss. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. After the run, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
And this defense has brought their A-game. Done a great job stopping the run, stopping the pass, not giving up a lot of points. Even right there, everything's difficult. They string it out towards the sidelines. Everybody's flying to the football. This defense has looked spectacular today.
And the Panthers, now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds a little space. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in fourth down territory. It's fourth and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in fourth and short.
Well, going for it and getting it on fourth down, close to midfield, I think just gave this offense a ton of momentum. I'm curious to see what they're going to do here. Maybe take a shot and see if they can really seize and capitalize on all this good mojo now going their way.
Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hurst. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Panthers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll keep it on the sneak. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Corner's going to give them room. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. To the air, it's Morris. Hauls it in. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Chanticleers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Runs through the tackle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the Chanticleers are rolling down the field. Quarterback running on the draw. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The shot that clears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the shot to clear is back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the ground, he's got it again.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Across the 25, he's got room. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been